reason why I decided to stay here was I did a 10-day trip here, like back in 2017. And I thought, oh, Vietnam, I don't know. I don't hear much about it. I've traveled to Thailand. I traveled to the Philippines. And I'm like, okay, this is like another part of the Southeast Asia tour. I landed in Vietnam and it just felt different immediately. I felt this energy in the air in Saigon, right? Yeah. And then, anyone who's been here for a long time, they know that it's still there. And it does breed this feeling of like, I can do so much while I'm here. I would say being out here, and I think this is one of the reasons why I love coming back every time, is because if you always dreamed of doing anything, I feel like Vietnam really gives you the space to do it. Whether it's comedy or you want to make clothes or you want to start a bakery or you want to do some pop-up. There's a community out here, both local and expat, that would make it happen for you. I think the biggest thing, if you are going to come out here and pursue stuff, you want to try to lift all boats. I think for a lot of the Vietnamese diaspora, we're very much aware that it's very hard for them to talk about this stuff. And this is like from second account where like my brother was talking to my uncle, for example. And as my uncle is explaining his story, he just starts crying. And this is the first time like he's ever seen my eldest uncle cry in front of anybody. It's still traumatizing. I think that kind of trauma is really hard for them to want to speak about because the Vietnamese are resilient people. At the end of the day, they go, all right, something happened, but we got to move forward. We got to move on. We got to progress. It was quite strange because even though I knew I was Vietnamese, I grew up more Chinese. I was around a more Chinese community, I would say. I grew up in a big Taiwanese community where, there wasn't a lot of people speaking Vietnamese. And I actually found myself trying to fit in with the Chinese kids, the Taiwanese kids, even though I don't know the language and I don't really know the culture that well. So I learned a lot from my friends that way. But yeah, back at home, my family were very much trying to be as American as possible.